Hello, welcome. Good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, depending on the part of the world where you are. Um, we are broadcasting from Portugal, from Lean Academy Portugal, and we want to introduce you to the last decade in terms of what we have done and achieved on this topic of lean learning. Every lean journey starts with a purpose, a reason to improve that's bigger than all the lean tools that we have used throughout the years. So in the next few minutes, I'd like to take you back to where our journeys began. This is our plan phase, or this first chapter, the plan phase. So where we define the problem, the gap we saw in Portugal, and the purpose that drove us to act. And jumping into that, when we started this journey, Lean was mostly seen as a collection of tools to fix processes. It still is from the ones that are just starting this journey. But we believed Lean could be something far greater, a way to develop people capable of improving everything they touch. In 2013, around those years, Lean Academy Portugal joined the Lean Global Network, becoming part of a community of more than 25 countries worldwide at that point in time. From day one, our purpose was to help people learning to see problems, to see the value, to see their own potential. That's how the Lean Practitioner Program was born. Not just to teach methods, but to form practitioners who learn by doing. So, in Portugal, we saw companies investing in lean training, and they still are investing in training, but few were developing real problem solvers, which is another challenge. People learned concepts but struggle to apply them back at work. Many organizations lack the internal coaching and the structure to sustain improvement. We wanted to close that gap by creating a program that developed learning capability and not dependency on consultants. Practitioners who can diagnose issues, prioritize what matters, communicate with a purpose, and lead teams with respect from the Gamba where the action happens. The problem wasn't knowledge, it was really practice. So we came up with the Lean Practitioner Program development. It was the first LGN accredited postgraduate course, blending academic excellence and hands-on experimentation. It combines university level discipline through the Universitat Politécnica de Catalunya with lean practice in real workplaces. For over more than 20 editions now, we have trained around 300 professionals. Our guiding principle is learn by doing. Every class is a lab, every assignment is a real challenge, and every participant brings their own process to improve. Yeah, it's not just knowledge, but habits of thinking. People who learn to lead implementation or improvement through reflection and daily practice. So this first video captures the essence of our partnership with LGN, the Lean Global Network, a global family sharing the same purpose to make the world better through lean thinking and practice. Oriol Quatrecasas from Institute Lean Management in Catalonia, in Spain, believed Portugal also could join this effort. This new way of teaching Lean based on doing, experimenting, and above all, reflecting. That belief became our purpose to create agents of transformation. So let's hear from Oriol.
Hello, my name is Oriol Quatrecasas. I'm member of the Institute Lean Management that, along with Lean Academy Portugal as other members of the Lean Global Network, we join forces and knowledge to support individuals and organizations all around the world to deliver value to the customers with the best quality, efficiency, productivity, with content and experts. Lean Practitioner Program probably is the best program to reach that. It has been a pleasure to work together this path with Sergio and his team. Congratulations, team, and see you 10 years more.
Thank you so much, Oriol, to be at the source of this journey and to help us and support us throughout this last decade. Once we had a clear purpose, it was time to act, hands-on, to experiment, to test, to learn. This new phase is all about doing, creating spaces where people can safely try, fail, and try again. That's the whole spirit of the Lean practitioner. Because in Lean, doing is not about perfection, it's about experimentation and learning through practice. At the heart of the program is our model factory, a simulated production and service environment that mirrors real life systems. Therefore, participants apply lean principles hands-on, and you know the five lean principles from value to perfection: flow, pull, problem solving, standard work, Kaizen, and all through teamwork. So they go through 5 rounds of continuous improvement, seeing performance increasing throughout their own experiments. We call it a learning laboratory because it builds deep understanding and not just knowledge or basic skills. It's where Lean becomes visible, where we turn theory into practice and reflection into learning. In partnership with Oyster and Frismag and ORS with its Smart Academy, our participants experience in any of the 2 academies we run in Portugal what Lean means in real operations. They face real flow problems, team dynamics, and customer expectations on the role plays that we simulate over there in a safe environment where experimentation is well encouraged. This is where many participants say they truly understood Lean for the first time, not in a book, but hands on and in motion. So let's see our academy. So as you can see here, it's a hands-on approach, learning by doing, with the comprehensive list of all the templates, all the bibliography and the books that we need to support our journey. It's a learn, try, experience. We have the academy split it into 2 with a digital classroom and then our model factory. We also have the chance to have online attendance with all the lean visuals spread through the classroom. And basically, everybody is learning the work, creating the standards, and simulating the value streams. And then just challenging the status quo, learning lean in what we call the lean way. And we take also participants to the Gamba, real companies where Lean is well alive. Each edition includes up to 3 Gambas, connecting theory with reality. Renault, actually Ors, okay, or Oyster and Friesmag, Deutz here in Spain, Sonai, Anan, Vistion, Emery Cork, just to name a few of the companies that partner with us. Our faculty includes industry leaders and lean experts, from Portugal, but also from the Spanish team, okay, from the Institute Lean Management in Catalonia. Practitioners who coach, challenge, and guide our participants throughout the complete program. So, tutoring sessions, personal mentoring ensure that every learner receives feedback on both their technical and also leadership growth. Let's hear from Luis, one of our senseis.
My name is Luís Sergio, and I currently belong to Lean Academy Portugal team with the purpose of disseminating Lean in Portugal. Over these 10 years, I've seen the program evolve according to the student feedback and resources available on the Lean Global Network. I see, by instance, that the value of increasing the practical component of Model Factory, a model imported from Turkey, is well recognized by students and trainers. In the world, change is mandatory, and this path can be facilitated by the company with whom you do it. This program is great for creating a network of aligned people moving in the same direction.
Thank you also so much, Luis, for being part of this journey from the scratch and to still be around with us. So a big thanks for all your collaborative journey and support and appreciation from every effort that you put into the program, into Lean Academy Portugal, that also built our friendship. So, no lean story is complete without checking the result. So, after acting, we must stop and look back what happened, measure the results, and learn from them. So, this next phase, the check, is where we see the evidence of transformation, not just in numbers, but mostly in people. These numbers represent tangible improvement, but also growth in capability. Over the last 5 years alone, we have achieved over 5.5 million in savings through around 44 Lean A3 projects involving around 100 participants. 33 of those projects generated over 100,000 euros in value, and the median return per project is around 20K. So 5 times the cost of participating into the LPPD. But more importantly than that, 25% of the participants apply their learnings outside of their own company, proving the transferability of the skills that they developed. Let's hear from Amorim Cork, co-CEO, a company that has invested in lean learning for over 40 of their people in the last 3 years.
Hello everyone, hope you're enjoying Lean Global Connection 2025. My name is Luís Esteves. I'm the co-CEO of Amorim Cork, a Portuguese company, world leader in cork stoppers production. We have been working with Lean Academy for long. It's part of our training program in order to guarantee that our people is ready to use and to grow in an environment where the continuous improvement is part of the strategy, is part of their daily work, and for us it's quite essential to guarantee that everybody thinks differently and grow with the mindset of a continuous improvement. This recent wave of 30 new participants shows that our commitment is very strong, and it's not just about developing skills. We are about to prepare a new generation of leaders, for them to become the leaders of tomorrow and with a correct mindset to want to implement in the company. We always work in a cascade mode in our continuous improvement program. This means that these 30 students from Lean Academy that are normal colleagues from the company, they will be leading the training for the rest of the 2,000 people that we have in the company. They will be leading continuous improvement groups, and they will be leading, of course, new continuous improvement projects. And this is the base of the pyramid of the continuous improvement program. About people, what I find most interesting is how Lean changes people, how we can see their confidence, their curiosity, their willingness to change things in the company. We made the foundations of the improvement program in people because we know this is the only way for us to improve and to guarantee that we'll have a brighter future, thinking differently, thinking always how to do things better and how to improve the company itself. Thank you very much.
It has been a pleasure to work along with Amorim Cork to watch and witness their journey. And a big thanks also to Luis that have the time, the willingness, and the kindness to let us have his testimonial. So, Marta is another story of transformation. She joined as a professional, curious about Lean, and left as a leader who helps others to discover their hidden potential. She represents hundreds of alumni who now drive continuous improvement in Portugal, either on industry or on services. Her journey illustrates our motto: people don't just learn Lean, they become leaders and learners. Let's watch from Marta.
Hi everyone, my name is Marta Silva and I'm here today to share a little bit of my Lean journey with you. I work at Academy Portugal as Safety, Sustainability Manager and also as a change agent for continuous improvement. When I met Lean Academy and decided to join the Lean Post-Graduation Program, my purpose was clear. I want to gain knowledge, develop practical skills and learn how to improve process, but also how to develop people. What really attracted me to Lean was not just the tools, but the way of thinking, the mindset of problem solving and the power of teamwork. Eventually, this learning experience became a turning point in my career. At Adecco, I started working as a change agent, supporting and develop continuous improvement projects across the business. At the same time, I began teaching Lean the teams across the company. For the past 3 years, our Lean training sessions have been fully booked, with waiting lists every time. This is a clear sign of interest and impact this philosophy has created. But there is one phrase I always like to remember. A fool with a tool is still a fool. Because Lean is not a toolbox. It's a culture, a way of thinking, learning, and continuous improvement. Today, what motivates me the most is seeing teams empowered, using Lean every day with purpose, ownership, and pride. That to me is the true spirit of continuous improvement. Thank you all.
Thank you as well, Marta, for having again the time, the willingness, and the kindness to have your words. So, regarding testimonials, the feedback we receive is consistent. Participants described how seeing waste, flow, and teamwork in motion change the way they perceive their daily work. The model factory, in a way, is the moment where everything clicks. Learning without this reflection doesn't create progress. So, in this next chapter of our presentation, we take what we have learned, how we had improved it, and how we are preparing for the next round. Okay, to prepare to do it even better. ACT is about adaptation, transforming learning into systems that last and building the resilience for the next cycle. Looking back over 10 years, 3 lessons stands out for us. The first is that Lean cannot be treated as a project. It's a way of thinking and action every day. Second, that culture doesn't change through new posters, okay, but through new habits. Daily practice shapes who we become. And third, resilience, the ability to adapt and recover, comes from people who have learned how to lead transformation and learn. Our biggest lesson: improvement fades if learning stops. I will say it again: improvement fades if learning stops. Culture is built by people who practice, not by posters on the wall. Our next challenge is therefore scaling learning. We are now building a lean ecosystem that connects alumni, companies, and universities. We see the future not as a line of graduates, but as a growing network of practitioners who learn, coach, and share across organization. What we call in Lean Global Network, the cross-pollination. To close, each edition of the program is a new experiment, a new PDCA on how to improve what we teach. The final chapter is an invitation to act. Join our movement. Let's keep on improving together. That's the movement we are building. Not around the course, but around creating a community. Just imagine this. Imagine that the impact if every organization in Portugal or at your own country had just one person capable of leading continuous daily improvement of your teams and business. That's what Lean Academy Portugal has been nurturing so far, a national capability for continuous improvement. This would be the start of something bigger. And there's no secret formula behind our results. It's deliberate practice and reflection. This visual compares belt-based training models with the speed of cultural transformation. And our message is very clear. Certification does change behavior. I will say it again. Certifications doesn't change behavior. Learning does. Okay? Lean is not a recipe, but there are some guidelines. The faster we learn, the faster we improve. Take this phrase in, digest, and take action. What's your plan to build capability within your team? This is the question to be answered. We have now reached the closing message. After these 10 years, our greatest achievement is not the number of graduates or projects we had achieved or we had in hand. It's the mindset we helped build. People who face problems with curiosity, lead with respect from the Gamba, and put in experiments every single day. Lean Academy Portugal stands for that spirit. So thank you so much. Let's keep on learning and improving. And if we can do this together, the better. See you soon.
Hi, Sergio.
Hello.
Thank you
Yes,
by your
please.
presentation. Yeah, thanks by your presentation. I think that was very, very interesting. I I think that we don't have any questions, but I saw one hand going up, but I don't saw any question on the question and answer. But
No
meanwhile,
worries.
while we don't have any question, I can put one. You are talking about PDCA. So we are improving annually the program. So what was the progress that has been made this year in the program to improve it and to answer to the difficulties that we saw in the last years?
Well, thanks for the question. So yes, indeed, each edition is a cycle of learning also for me and for all the coaches that are in the program, either for the Portuguese and the Spanish team. One of the last, I would say, learnings, discoveries, is this around the projects. So the LPPD program, or at the LPPD program, everybody that joins needs to bring a real problem, either from their own organization or outside of it, and that problem needs to be solved throughout the 4 to 6 months of the journey. What we discovered is that the numbers, even they are good in terms of return and impact on the organization, they could be improved. So what we came up was with this kind of a corporate approach, where we have designed a new category of attendance, meaning that companies that want to speed up their transformation journey, now they can join with a team of two. So these two persons will join in the program 3 months before the start or ahead of the start. We will identify with the corporation what is the problem to be solved. We will validate the topic. We will validate the savings or the impact that that specific topic will have within the company. And we will start to build and collect information and data so that at the point that the team comes and joins the program, they are well ahead in the project. And so they can take out the most out of the program. While the others are starting from the zero, these guys will are up to speed from day one. And this is a way to gain momentum within the organizations, and this is a way to speed up transformations. Something new to be
Thank you.
tested during the course of the year.
Thank you. We have two questions. Let's start by answer the first one, that is from Ketan. How about practice Lean in your home life, at home every day? Does that create also muscle, or also help us
Indeed.
to improve?
Absolutely, yes. If you can import all these principles to your daily personal life, the better. So if you can do it around home, in your garage, in your job shop, or wherever, and with whatever persons you relate with, the better. Actually, probably you are one amongst us that everything that you are challenged with, you immediately think about PDCA. What is the plan? And what is the do? Am I getting there or not? Or if I did well, what is the lessons learned? So this is just an example of how PDCA, which can be a training session, can be part of your DNA when you go through these daily exercises. And if you do daily Kaizen, the better. Okay? Helps you to challenge the status quo, to see the problems around you, your family, your neighbors. So you are practicing Lean without being teaching Lean. And that's the best of the world.
Okay, we don't have more time for the other question. Okay, thank you a lot.
Thank
So
you so much,
we need to
guys.
go.
We'll see each other around. Bye bye.
Bye bye.